Hey guys, and welcome to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 69, so it's going to be the best episode we ever made. Um, Started that off maturely, didn't I? At a fine age of 26, I still find that amusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope everyone is well. Hope everyone has had a good week. We had a small little break or hiatus again. Wasn't planned. It was just unfortunately due to shows and then Denny's travels over the weekend as well. But
Yep.
Denny, how you doing, my man? How's your week?
I'm good so far, so good for the week. I mean, it's only Tuesday, isn't it? So I can't really sum it up that much. But yeah, the week slash weekend just gone pretty good, pretty busy. For those that didn't, did I post much about it? I don't think I even posted much about it. I was in Cheltenham all weekend. So Friday, finished work, 6 o'clock, got home, packed a bag, and then out the door at 6:30, drive to Cheltenham, which was luckily I didn't drive all of it. I only drove some of it, but on the way back, drove the whole way. So yeah, just spent a weekend in Cheltenham. I've never been. I was planning on going to the Train by JP gym,
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
but I trained like 5 days in a week, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't just want to train for the sake of it. I'd rather just chill." So I took the weekend off. Didn't worry about steps. Didn't worry about. I mean, we took food with us anyway. It's like usual stuff. We was just staying at some family friends. So everything was pretty much on track until the Saturday when I just drunk loads of beer. I
Was you
say
pissed?
loads of beer. I had 5 pints. That's not like a tremendous amount. It was across like 6 or 7 hours.
6, 7.
And then I did get royally stitched up. So me and the other lad who was with went to the bar to get some drinks for the girls and us. Got there. I was just gonna. It was my last drink. I was like, I'm kind of done now. I'll just get a Diet Coke or whatever. And there's this big 40 plus man at the front, absolutely steaming off his brain. I was like, all right, well, he's a bit lively, but I'll sort of just queue behind him with my mate. And then he's like, oh, boys, do you lot want a shot? And we was like, no, 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 it's good. We don't want one. I don't know what he bought us, but he just shoved it in our hand. And I was like, I just can't be bothered to say no. It was like some 60% shot of rum. I don't really drink that much anyway. Like I can count how many times I've been drunk in the last 2 years on like one hand. So sent this shot down, and I was just like, yeah, that was. I was like, yeah, cheers, mate, thanks. Walked off, and I just went silent for 30 minutes.
That was it. You're done,
I was done.
mate. I've been
So,
there. Like, it's a
yeah,
horrible feeling.
it was horrible. It's not even that. Like I just hate shots as well. I hate that burning sensation it gives in
Mm.
your throat, and it just lingered. And I was just, we were sat in the sun as well, and I was just like, I don't feel good. So he ruined the next hour of my day. So I didn't drink any more after that. And then, yeah, we just got some food, chilled, went back. Following day, I then won on bingo, which was fun. So I haven't played bingo since I was like 5 years old. It was at some like old crusty working man's club. All regulars in there that look like they go there every single day. We all turn up and then we're playing. And I'm like, oh, I think I've got a line here. So I shout bingo or whatever the hell you shout, and they all just turn around and stare at me like, how have you won? So I got 60 quid.
Hey, there you go.
So, yeah, that was a result. But yeah, then drove back that evening, straight back into work Monday, and trained early this morning, which I wasn't going to do, but here we are. So a nice 4 o'clock get up, although I think you was probably up at similar time.
I was up at 5.
Yeah, it's probably a daily occurrence for you. But yeah, it's been a busy, but it's been a nice week. So, and shoulder, I want to say is like 99% there.
There you go. Yeah, I saw you training push yesterday, so I was
Yeah,
like,
like
must be
literally
fairly decent.
zero pain, over 2 plates on the Smith now. It's just pec fly is the only iffy one, but the strength's there. I just can't get out of the stretch position very well.
Have you tried like a dumbbell version?
I feel like that would fuck me even more because it's loaded in the lengthened. That's where I struggle.
That's where, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's
thinking
more
like,
so when I'm there, it's any rotation of the shoulder joint whilst I'm lengthened, it just doesn't feel great. So I have to like really, really focus when I'm going back to make sure that everything's staying still. Otherwise, I'm just in for a bad time. But yeah, things are moving well, and I'm almost 4 kilos down.
boom. What are you weighing now? 160?
I'm doing it in kilos in a moment. Whatever 77.05 kilos is.
I don't know.
But yeah, we're getting there. How about you?
Nice.
How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been decent, mate. It's been decent. obviously had the WMBF show, which I suppose I can touch upon.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think the last podcast I said about Finn doing it, didn't I? So yeah, he obviously did the WMBF show, competed in junior short first timers.
Nice.
Looked wicked, looked like ridiculous. I'm waiting for David to send across the YouTube, which I can upload, because like his. I was very very proud of how he looked, and
Yeah.
when you look at someone, you're like, yeah, they're spot on. Like
Yeah.
he's still not 100% in terms of conditioning, but we didn't want him to be for that show or even for his next show either,
Yeah.
because he's doing shows up until October. So it's a case of like, right, this show's in June, we've
Yeah.
got another good couple months here. Like, if I bring you in for like 100% for this one, you're probably likely going to fade by the end of,
Yeah.
your show season. So I said to him, I was like, look, this is probably you at like 85, 90%. You're still like 8 weeks out of your first planned show.
Yeah.
But then we obviously got the result there. Admittedly, I do believe he could have placed higher. I didn't necessarily understand why he placed where he placed. He placed seventh. I thought I definitely had him within the top five.
Yeah.
I would even argue I had him within the top three. But again, bodybuilding's a subjective sport. Maybe I'm biased towards a client.
Yeah.
I'll always hold my hands up and say, as a coach, you will always be biased towards your client.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did just think it was can I say odd result? I don't know,
You
because
can
it's
say what you
subjective.
want.
It's an opinion at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was obviously that. But the main thing is he came away from it and he enjoyed it. He enjoyed being on stage and he just wanted to get better. Like that was the main thing. He was like, right,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. We kind of took away things that we needed to take away from that show. We know that his kind of posing stamina needs to improve. He was posing for a very long time in a front relaxed. So he went out as part of the first group. Obviously, did his quarter turns. They had him like holding the front relax for a long period of time. I think one of the boys went on stage with sliders on or something, so they had to then get one of those guys to throw the sliders back, and Finn's still holding his front relax. Then they put that group to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
Him and maybe another lad were hitting the front relaxed, as you should, at the side of the stage. So all the rest of them, obviously being first timers, is kind of what you expect.
Yep.
So Finn's still kind of 100% in his front relaxed. Because that's what I said to him. I was like, always when you're on stage, you need to be hitting your front relax. Now we've kind of addressed it a bit and be like, hit your front relax, but maybe not as hard as as what you were hitting it. Then when it came to the first call outs, his number got called first, so he was basically in the center stage straight from the get go. Nice. And he was then holding that front relax whilst they called the other 6 people out. So they did a 7-man first call out, which is quite a large first call out. Then they moved all the people to his right. Was messing around with that. Then his left side. So unfortunately, when they got moving to the left side, that's when he started to drop, and he basically went from middle to. He got rotated to the left again, rotated to the left again, and basically moved all the way out to the edge. Yeah. And I think by that point he just basically burnt out. You could see he was getting cramp as well. Unfortunately, after his comparison rounds, literally he was like hobbling off stage. So I was like, right, okay, that's what we need to address. Is obviously your posing stamina and not kind of fading on stage through just like your posing fitness. So obviously that kind of played a role potentially, and when the judges look to him, and if he is a bit faded or he is struggling to hit his poses, then that could have impacted the result. But I was still really happy with the way he looked. Like some of the shots, and when that YouTube video gets posted, he was looking on the money. So for this point in the season, we know he's going to get better as well, and he's only going to improve. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Not necessarily too happy about the result, but that's part of the game you play when you're.
You've got some data for the next shows as well, so
exactly. And he wasn't even meant to do these shows. It was just a case of like, you might as well do it. You're in good enough shape to do it. You're in stage condition. Are you in that elite level conditioning? No, probably not. But you will get there as the season goes on. So yeah, he's now currently competing next weekend. So he's 10 or 11 days out now.
Nice.
So we'll be doing PCA Naturals 3. And we're basically again just doing it to keep improving his posing stamina, keep improving his his stage presence, and also just giving him more stage time, which I think is what he needs to then go into those further shows down the road. And once he's had a couple of shows under his belt, he's then going to be a lot more confident on stage, which does play a massive part when it comes to obviously competing. So yeah, that was good. In terms of myself, everything's fairly normal, mate. Nothing really too much to update on. Body weight's slowly climbing up.
Nice.
Feeling good. Had a bit of a deload. Come back from the deload. Pretty much picked up from where I left off, which was nice. And yeah, everything's been pretty smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. I mean, just touching on Finn in general, obviously, being that there was 7 of them, there is the potential, and it's just kind of how it is when there's a slightly larger group of you. You can just get missed.
Yeah.
And if you get missed, before you know it, you're just out of the equation, and then you will just drop down on top of him, potentially fading. It's just one of those things. So I don't know whether he was. I didn't see him compete, but just to kind of, it's just something that I thought of on the spot, just to kind of maybe not get around that, but just, I don't know whether he was getting into the poses first, but like get him to not rush into the pose, but if they notice you first, you're more likely to not get forgotten about. Not to say that, judges don't pay attention to everyone, because they do, but it can be one of those things where they might just fixate on 3 in the start, and then you don't get forgotten about. It's kind of just, you're off to the side at that point, and then they don't then consider you again.
Yeah. So we played around with a couple of like poses he would hit prior to his front relaxed, which I actually quite like, and it's probably a little bit of advice for anyone. When you go out on stage, if you've got like a very good most muscular or very good legs, you can kind of do a little bit of like a transition pose prior to your front pose. So with him, he was basically just putting his hands on hips and then straighten out his legs to show all his quad detail. Because Finn's got ridiculous legs. Like I would say his leg size was like, he had the best legs on that stage in terms of his class. So yeah, it was like, right, okay, show them your strong areas, then hit your front relaxed. We done that, but I think just by the time he'd been holding that front relaxed for so long, probably just lost a little bit of that stage presence, and just also just faded a little bit from posing stamina. So yeah, something we're working on for sure.
Nice, yeah. Definitely more practice for him, but give him 10, 11 days, he'll be even sharper as well, which will be quite interesting. Because I think you were saying, like, in person, he was like so much more in condition than you thought, and that's obviously why you chucked him in early.
Yeah. So I saw him 8 days prior to the WNBF. And I actually said to him then, I was like, you need to find a different check-in spot to where you're sending me photos, because the lighting on what he was showing me did not show that amount of detail when I got him in some decent lighting. And I knew that obviously the gym lighting's good, but it's not stage lighting either. Like stage lighting is always going to be a lot better. So I kind of said to him, look, we need to make sure that you're in a little bit better lighting. Like a lot of it was quite shadowy.
Yeah.
And when I looked at him, it was like, look, you've got like semi glute lines. Like you're bullshitting a glute line right now. I cannot see that in your check-in photos. So
it might be worth him, obviously, on the days that he trains, if he hasn't found a much better spot, to obviously just do post-workout as well.
Yeah,
just
I do that with all my clients.
Just so you think, what in terms of the spot that you saw him in as well, specifically. And then obviously you've got the morning fasted shot, and then potentially post-workout shot as well. Obviously this could be a bit more fullness, a bit more food, etc. But it'll at least give you that daily reference, as opposed to just in his potentially washed out check-in shot spot.
Yeah, for sure. I think that like the deeper they get into prep, so usually when clients kind of start prep, I would always ask for like fasted shots. So when they're on like a 1 check-in a week, it'll be fasted shots and then some post-workout shots as well from that week. And then as it gets deeper into prep, when you're going on to daily check-ins, I would want your daily visuals in the morning and then also visuals post-workout, because then you can see the fullness that they're gaining from their sessions, and you can take that into your kind of peak week data or pump up data as well, going right like prior to going on stage. But yeah, I when I actually got him in decent light, and I think with Muscle Hut, our posing room lighting's a bit like, it's not great compared to that hallway lighting anyway, which is very good. So when I got him in the hallway lighting, I was like, yeah, there you go. Like this is where I want you to pose from now on.
Yeah, there's one thing, obviously, when you get super lean, you want the best lighting as well to show off. I used to hate that every morning. Like, my mood would be dictated by if I could get the consistent, what I consider good lighting in the garden. It used to drive me loopy. And then obviously I'll take my shots and then I'm pissed off and annoyed because I don't like how they look. And then I just take that into the day. So obviously when you're a bit softer, you kind of get away with it. Just take shots whenever. But yeah, I don't miss that at all.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I've got like my own little check-in set up
Yeah.
in my house because I was like, right, I just want to keep it consistent because then
Yeah.
I know I can't get pissed off with the lighting. Like the lighting's the
Yeah.
same, it's everything's
Yeah.
standardized. So I would recommend if anyone has got one of those backdrops, even get a box
Yeah.
light as well or a
Yeah.
ring light or something, and just keep it
Yeah.
consistent.
Just so you're not relying on a light above you as well. Like you can
Yeah,
take away all the natural sunlight, just use, for example, yours is you can have the same thing any time of the day, any time of the year, and it's the same lighting.
yeah, yeah. Because I did for briefly in prep, I did do my shots outside. But
Yeah.
then as you prep in towards the winter time, so September, October,
Yeah. It's
obviously
like,
when it was mainly when I was waking up, it just wasn't light enough, and
yeah.
it got to a point where I was like, well, I've got to check in and I've got to go to
I've got to
work.
go to work.
Yeah, so I've kind of got to
Yeah.
do this quickly, and it just got to a point where I was kind of getting that like the sun was rising type of light in, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't bright enough, and I was like, right, I look like shit now, so I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah. Good old prep days. Any updates with anything else?
Not really. I don't think there's much kind of thing.
Who else have you got competing soon?
Zach's
Zach.
competing in 7 weeks. Yeah, he's looking
Jeez.
very, very good.
Yeah.
I saw him on, when did I see him? Friday. Yeah, he's looking, his arse is peeled. And it just seems to get leaner and leaner. We pretty much got a nice kind of basis now where we're feeding him up on a Thursday and Friday, and then kind of dropping back down to baseline food
No.
on a from basically a Saturday to Wednesday, and that kind of 5 days. Usually by kind of the third or fourth day, he's starting to reach new body weights.
Yeah.
We're only looking to really bring off. I hate to even go off body weights, but maybe like a pound now because he's very, very close. And again, he's got shows until mid-October. So, even his first show, I've said to him, like, I don't want you 100% because your first show's in August. Your main shows are starting from September. So, that's still a 5 week branch that we've got to consider. So he's looking good. I'm happy with how he's looking. Basically, the main thing for him is just nailing the posing now,
Yeah.
and just getting confident with hitting the shots. He's working with Matt Butcher,
Yep.
and they're working really, really well together. And just even over the course of when I see him, maybe on every couple of weeks or whatever, I
You see it
can
improve.
notice,
Yeah.
yeah, his posing's improving a lot. And he's just, I think a lot of it is just mind to muscle connection with contracting the certain muscle groups.
Yeah.
So once he's got that, like he's finally been able to like flick on his right hamstring, but now
Yeah.
it's his left hamstring that he's struggling to kind of switch on. So
Yeah.
once he gets that, which I'm sure he will, he's gonna be looking very, very good. So I'm happy
Yeah.
with how he's looking.
It's weird posing, like trying to teach posing to different people. You cannot give the same cues. So, like, props to any posing coach that can get it to work for people. Because, like, me trying to teach Molly how to flare her lats, like, I can get most other people to do it. I can do it without even thinking about it. Like, we can all do it. But I just remember me learning it myself, and I can't even do a vacuum, but like me learning to flare my lats for the first time I was like, oh, what is this? And you just don't really know how you do it. It's just one of those things where you can try and explain it, but like shoulders down, elbows forward, all this sort of stuff. But until you just hit it, I don't think it's, unless you're a magician, I don't think there's really a way of getting to it properly, because sometimes it is just one of those things you just need to keep practicing until it flicks one day. Like,
Yeah.
for example, his hamstrings, like he knows how to get his hamstrings on, but one side to the other just doesn't work,
Yeah, it's
which is
just
bad.
that connection, isn't it? Whilst you're posing everything
Yeah.
else as well. So yeah, it will come in time. I mean, I was a bit of an odd one because I wasn't taught how to do a vacuum. I wasn't taught how to flare my lats. Like I kind of
Yeah.
just found out how to do it on my own. But I suppose I started quite early, so
Yeah.
I remember before I even thought about competing because I was following, all the fitness kind of influencers. Like a lot of people I was following back then was like the Gymshark boys, like
Yeah.
David Lade and Steve Cook and all that. And you'd see them
Confidence.
pull vacuums, and I'd be like, "How the hell do I do that?" So then
Yeah.
just
Google
practice in
it.
the mirror.
Yeah.
I didn't even Google it. I just practiced in the mirror, like how to have that contraction with my abs. And
Yeah. I'm obviously not that committed.
it is difficult to describe how to do a vacuum though.
Yeah. Like I can do the whole breathing in, take the air out. I just don't have that control on my diaphragm at all.
Yeah.
But
So
it
which
is a lot. It is a
yeah,
lot.
it'd probably help you a lot though in physique because it'd help that
Yeah,
midsection control.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
which is definitely a very overlooked thing, I think, in midsection control. Just in overall competing, like if you can control your midsection, like I could sit here on the whole podcast and not necessarily have a vacuum, but have a half vacuum where I'm
Yeah,
controlling my lower abdomen
yeah,
and it not kind of drop off or slouch. Um, but I suppose I'll dive a little bit deeper into this. I think that comes from a little bit of an insecurity as a kid as well, because I was always a little bit of a fat kid, so I'd always be quite
well,
conscious of my belly. Yeah.
I still do that now.
What? You just
Not, yeah, I like suck my belly in a little bit.
yeah. That you're basically halfway there.
Yeah.
Can you? Because I can contract my ab, like my top abs and then my lower abs, and I can kind of feel.
To me, it's all one. Like you tell me to contract my abs, they will just go.
I think I've showed you before. I can contract my abs up or down as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, strange, but
Crazy.
yeah, it's. I suppose it's a skill at the end of the day. So
It is. Like
the
it
more
all.
you do it, the better you get it.
Exactly. I think that's most updates from us. Anything new on my end? Booked another holiday.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
in Cos, beginning of July. So I've got
lovely.
2 and a bit weeks, 3 weeks. It's gonna be a busy July.
Cos classic, bro.
Yeah, mate. That's literally
Yeah.
what it is at this point. It's the
And then
photo
what?
shoot.
Go on.
So
Yeah.
it's photo shoot day before we fly out. I say photo shoot, it's not my photo shoot. I'm just joining in. And then yeah, we fly out the next day.
Nice. Are you peaking for your photo shoot?
I mean, I might just like bump the food up a little bit, but
You're just gonna give yourself 400 carbs the day before.
literally, and yeah, probably not much would change. I'm not exactly looking like I'm in pretty decent shape now. I'm pretty happy with where I am. I could just do it now and I'd be fine. The only thing I do need to sort out is my awful tan line. So I'll probably be fake tanning.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna get a spray, or are you actually just gonna
I think
do
I'll
it
just do
normal?
like tinted moisturizer.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
easiest thing to do.
yeah. Just because I got the worst t-shirt tan and neck tan. It's so bad.
Luckily, you can tan, bro. I can't
Yeah.
tan.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
I
find
should
out in my
hope
bed.
so. I spent like every single hot day, I was casting shadows everywhere because I was the shade. It was so bad. I just burned every single day.
Mate. Well, I just go from red to white, so it's terrible.
Yeah, see, I burn, go very, very brown, and then peel, but stay brown.
Yeah, so I just don't.
Take it.
I don't think I've ever tanned. Like, even did you see my awful tan lines from Malta? Yeah, that
Yeah,
was terrible, and
when
I
you're like,
literally was
it's like
just
a
red for about 6 months.
special. Yeah, you got those
I,
white boy genetics.
do you know what was funny as well with that? I was so paranoid because I was in my pre-prep diet, and I was like, these tan lines are these burn lines. They were burn lines. They weren't tan lines. I was like, they're not going away. Like, what
God,
happens if I compete next year and I've just got red
yeah,
legs?
it like tints the skin a little bit forever, and the tan doesn't take to it.
Yeah, that was the worst I ever peeled though. Jesus Christ, my legs were terrible.
I don't think I've ever peeled on my legs
It
ever.
was like a lizard, like just getting rid of its skin. Like, it's
Where
disgusting.
did you go?
Malta.
Malta. Was you just being silly and didn't put sun cream on, or was it
I
just you
got
was just out for the day?
I got burnt on the last day on a boat trip.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it
I
to you.
put sun cream everywhere apart from my legs, thinking, oh, I'll be sat on this boat and I'm not like exposed to the sun all day. I'll
Yeah,
be fine. But actually, it was mainly when the boat was going back to the pier. I was sat on the side of the boat and actually my upper body was in shade. So I didn't really think about it, but my legs were out in the sun
yeah.
and it was probably maybe a 45-minute to the pier and
Jesus,
I just got burnt so bad.
like
So bad.
UB20.
Yeah, I actually took a few. Yeah, like that holiday, I got burnt severely bad, and I slipped over um, on. I don't know if anyone's been to Malta, but basically a lot of it's like fabricated. So all the rock, like they basically built beaches, right?
Yeah,
And a lot of their beaches are just like rock, and then it's just ocean.
sure.
So I was walking on these rocks, and I slipped over, and mate, it cut my foot open so bad as well. So like one of my toes were like cut open. I was wearing
Yeah,
plasters the whole holiday. Yeah,
grim.
got battered in Malta, mate.
Yeah, that done. Don't go back there.
Actually, Malta is very nice. I'd highly recommend it.
I've heard
Shit for
good
gyms
things.
though.
Oh, really?
It's awful for gyms.
Yeah. See, I think the hotel gym in Cos looks pretty decent, and obviously we've got Marbella as well, and there's some decent gyms there.
Yeah, we need to kind of plan out what gyms we're going to train at. I
I,
know.
thing is, I will train, but I don't know whether I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I need to go to the gym. It's going to be one of those. I'll see how I feel.
Yeah, I think well, we're going what 5 days, so I think I'll want to get a minimum of like
Yeah, like,
two
I'll train
sessions.
twice, but it'll probably just be upper and upper.
No, I'm training legs, bro. I'm a bodybuilder, bro.
So
Hopefully, there's one close to our Airbnb
yeah,
anyway, and then it won't be too
that's
much of
going
a
to be the
hassle.
worst part. Is just like obviously going to the gym, like having your pre-workout meal, getting ready, going there. But before you know it, you've done like 4 hours just to train.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll be up quite early anyway because I've got two boys in peak week that week. So
Yeah, I'll be
yeah,
snoozing.
you will be. I'll be on the balcony just working. Oh dear.
I'll find you cans of Monster and bring them to you.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
Um, cool. Right, let's crack on with some questions. Zach Budd has asked, would you rather have all your memories scrapped or never be able to make new ones? That's a hard question. It's a tough one, isn't it?
I feel
Because
like there's more to come in my life, so I'd rather.
that's what I was thinking. From
Yeah,
an age standpoint, like I'm like 26, like, right, let's say I live to, I don't know, 80, let's hope.
32.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard though, because like, what happens if there's like, I don't know, my lifespan doesn't go as long as I think
Yeah,
it
but
would.
then you're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't worry about it, would I? That's a hard one. I don't know, scrapping all my memories. It's like your childhood memories.
Uh,
Would
I-
you also be like less
um,
educated? You would, wouldn't you?
my family's pretty toxic, so
You'd be less educated because you'd have zero experience with anything because that's all
I
memory.
think that's a slightly different part of the brain, though, when it comes to learn skills. And if we're just talking strict memory, like th things that have happened, then
Okay, so
yeah,
let's say we're not, we still,
yeah, we still know how to read and write,
we
and
just forgot everything in the past,
yeah, all
basically.
that. Yeah, I'm scrapping the memories. For the first 10 years, they don't really matter anyway. So
True. I can't remember anything from when I was a kid.
I remember the odd thing, but it's also that kind of thing where obviously other family members have told you what happened, and it's like,
Yeah, so
is
it's
it
like
because they've told it to me that I remember it, or do I even remember it at all?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like with my age, and I look at, I want to have kids, I want to be married. There's a lot more memories that I'd like to make.
yeah, yeah. I'm going with future memories. I'll have.
Yeah, we're just getting started, bro.
Exactly. There is more to come.
Tom McKenna, what qualities do you look for when choosing a coach if you don't know them personally?
I wouldn't know.
Um,
Um,
I think it doesn't necessarily matter if you know them personally or not. I think it's just
yeah,
the
there are
relatability.
benefits to knowing them and them being
Yeah,
local. It doesn't make or break whether you're going to do well or not. Like,
yeah,
there's plenty of people that don't know their coach
yeah,
or like have them local to you. But in terms of qualities, you kind of got to relate to them a little bit.
yeah,
Their results have to match your goals. You have to like them,
yeah.
and yeah, do you trust them before knowing them? Which is hard to do because obviously the trust comes from their social media, essentially.
Yeah. I'd say you can try and get to know them as well to a degree. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, you can look at what they post on social media.
Yeah, like
If
take
you're
part in their content, like
take,
listen to
yeah.
it. Yeah, like if they got a podcast.
Link in bio for coaching.
Yeah.
No, but you could also even go on like a consult call, right, and just have a
Yeah,
chat with them. Like you
yeah,
can usually get to know if you're gonna like someone within the first kind of few
yeah.
minutes of chatting with them, right? Like, um, yeah, I suppose it's like the
And
qualities,
just
like you
just
said.
how they talk and like you kind of gauge their morals and their attitude and their manners just by how they present themselves on a day-to-day basis. If it's someone who like, "Do you know what, you sound like a bit of a dick," like you're obviously not gonna hire them to
Yeah,
be a coach. So just try and have a good judge of character, which is quite difficult in this age. But
yeah,
yeah, just make an educated guess, jump on a call with them. There's no obligation. Well, at least there shouldn't be. If there is an obligation when you jump on a call, they're probably not the right coach for you.
yeah.
So yeah,
Charging for a consult call. Could you
yeah,
imagine that?
God.
I wonder if anyone actually does that. I suppose people do that for like educational sort
Yeah, when it becomes like a bit more of a premium service or a bit more or like a long-term service, then yeah, you're going to take deposits and things. But just to have a chat with a potential
Should be
client,
like an inquiry call. It should be called an
yeah,
inquiry call,
it's just a
really.
chat at the end of the day. Like, do you
Yeah.
like the person and does the coach even like you? Because the same applies that way round as well. If, for example, that I jumped on a call with someone, a potential client, and we just didn't vibe or match, I'm probably not going to sign them up.
Yeah. I've actually been there.
Yeah,
I've been there before where someone's come to me and I've been like, I'm probably not the right coach for you.
yeah, like go elsewhere. Like, here's some
Yeah.
people that might.
Here's some recommendations. Go
Yeah,
elsewhere. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But
yeah,
yeah, I think also what you said with their client results, look at what their clients are doing and are you following that same path?
yeah.
Um,
Like, you don't necessarily have to follow like a similar training style or things like that, but I think it does help if you like how the coach typically gets people to train, because everyone has their own way of doing things. It's not always a blanket across all clients, because some clients also have preferences. But like, if they train how you like to train, if it's just suits your kind of likes, then go for that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, good question though.
Very good.
What we got here? Slightly dark question. Would you rather know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die? I feel like when. Because if I knew how I was gonna die, I think I'd just avoid it. Like imagine if, for example, like this is again going into a bit of like a darker way, but like imagine if you knew you were gonna die of cancer. Imagine the amount of things you would avoid to get like to not get cancer. Like it's literally in everything nowadays that you
Yeah,
get
but
told
what if they
that.
said, "Oh, you're going to die in 2 days' time"? I'm
I'd
like,
have
well, what's
epic.
the point?
I'd have an epic 2 days.
I'd
I tell you
probably
what, I ain't sleeping those 2 days
probably
either.
end it early, to be honest. I'm like, I'm choosing when I die.
Yeah.
Jesus. No, I think I'd prefer to know when.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Rather than how.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're told you're going to die in a car accident. You'd never drive a car
Unless
again or get in a
Hal
car.
says old age, then I'll choose that one.
Yeah, but who actually dies of old age?
It's like when you hit 90 plus, I guess.
I
You
don't
just,
think that
your battery
something
run
always
out.
kills you. Like when you die at an age, something will kill you.
Nah,
You don't just like
your brain and heart
disintegrate.
just stops overnight.
Like something obviously gets you. Like
You died of death. That was it.
you died of death. Nice. Yeah, I think that's that question covered. Uh,
I've only got one question, so let's start now. Rosh, fitness opinions that would get you cancelled. Hyrox is gay. Someone, well, I say someone. You called me a Hyrox wanker
that
yesterday.
wasn't me. That was Gemma.
Apparently, I looked like I was partaking in Hyrox.
You know I'm going to clip that, don't you?
Hyrox is gay. Why
That's
not?
getting clipped straight away. Post that on. Did you see the Big Dog Cast when they said that? And
No.
they said that and posted it as real, and they got so much hate from like the High Rocks crew
Oh man, from the cult.
from the
Like
cult.
bodybuilding's a cult. I'm sure lots of Hyrox people hate bodybuilders. Just
Do you
get
think
over
it's
it.
now like transition? Because it used to be CrossFit and
Yeah, I
bodybuilders
mean,
then used to
CrossFit
have
doesn't exist anymore, does it? Like,
yeah,
who
it's
does
High
CrossFit?
Rocks.
It's just
High Rocks is
hybrid rock stars.
yeah, pretty cool. You got to do it with your top off as well, so
Oh, okay. Yeah,
people know that you're really cool.
yeah, definitely. Imagine if I just do that one day. We'll clip this and then I'll put me doing.
Doing the High Rocks.
Oh, ain't my words.
I'm gonna send if you decide to take up running again after your 2 runs, I'm gonna
Just block
send you
me.
that clip.
Just block me.
Just block. You're no longer allowed on the Natty
Yeah,
Blueprint.
that's how I'm gonna die doing high rocks.
I'm trying to think if I've got any like
I mean, there's probably a few, maybe not fitness related, but
yeah.
um,
There's probably not anything I'd say that
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know.
cancelled, but the equivalent of men skipping legs is I'm gonna say woman. I'm not gonna specify. Is a woman, a female, doing like a 6 plate hip thrust, but not being able to put a 5 kilo dumbbell above her head. like pressing it.
Yeah, but that's more acceptable, I think.
Yeah, but I just think it's just as bad.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think like that if a woman was doing 6 plate hip thrust and then she went and did dumbbell press and she was doing it for like 3 kilos, I don't think anyone would challenge that, but people
Exactly.
challenge men
Why
for
is there the
triple
double
press.
standard? I don't know.
Yeah, things happen, bro.
Things happen.
It's 2026.
It is.
Um,
Anything.
Come on, I need to think of one. You've given 2 now.
Uh,
Don't. Why would we say anything that's going to get us cancelled anyway?
Nothing can get us cancelled.
Yeah, to be
We're
fair,
free spirits.
we're free opinionated people.
Um,
I don't know.
Probably
Trying to think of this industry, like things that would probably get me cancelled, or not even cancelled, just
you're a piece of shit if you cold DM people.
you are a piece of shit if you cold DM people. Oh yeah, we can go down that route.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit if you cold DM people. You're a piece of shit if you go up to people and try to offer them your coaching.
Yeah.
If they've already got a coach, yeah, piece of shit. You're a piece of shit if you comment on other people's journeys with having zero background knowledge of their process. Negative comments. You're a piece of shit if you give them clen and enter them into a Natty show and then pull it out 2 weeks out.
Is there any apps you want to put after this statement?
Yeah, I'm done.
That's it. Finn. Let's finish that one.
Yeah, we'll finish that one there.
Yeah, that's me out of question. No plural.
Okay. Fat to Fit 2004 knew a coach that recommended drinking 5 litres of water a day for weight loss. Thoughts? I'm going to say now, if you don't drink, right, for males, if you're not drinking 5 litres of fluid a day, regardless for weight loss or anything, sort it out. It's fucking easy.
So was the question a new coach got him to drink 5 litres?
No, it's like he's known a coach that recommend drinking 5 litres of fluid for fat
I
loss.
mean, I always recommend to this Gen Pop 3 to 5 litres.
I even think 3 litres is like
when I ask people like how much you drink, they're like, "Oh, I have 2 bottles of water," and I ask what size the bottle is. It's 500 ml. I'm like,
a litre of fluid.
that's what you're drinking all day.
Yeah, but the thing is that what they don't account for, they think that's just water, right? And I understand that, like, is people when you ask them how much water you're drinking, they directly think literal water, right? But they don't think about the water they cook with.
Yeah.
Any of the diet drinks they're drinking, their coffees that they put water in. Like, if you're not drinking 5 litres of fluid per day,
wrong with you.
You'd feel like shit.
Or at least getting close to it. Like,
yeah. I think females I recommend 4 litres, and then males it's anywhere between like 5 and 6. I mean, I drink probably about 8 litres of fluid a day.
Yeah, mine's minimum of 5 every day.
Yeah. I'll always have a bottle. Like, this is squash, sugar-free squash. At work, I'll have a bottle of water with me, like, all the time.
Like, in terms of for weight loss, it's not directly doing anything for weight loss, but it can not fill a void because you can't fill the void of hunger, ultimately. But it can help. Just, for example, flavored water, diet drinks, that sort of stuff. So it can help with cravings, passes time, kind of gives you the illusion that your stomach's full. Obviously, don't chase that because you're going to go down a bit of a rabbit hole with that. But yeah, like, I think it's practical to advise that.
Yeah, that's why I said
most people don't drink enough water anyway, so it's always better to get them to push the boundary a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, in any phase, you should promote drinking a decent amount of fluid.
Yeah.
But you just tend that when you're in a dieting phase, you tend to drink more anyway. It's just how it is. And then it's a pain in the ass when you're in prep and you're pissing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's just me every day.
Oh, mate, I remember when I was probably back end of last year, I'd probably go for a piss about 6 times in the gym.
Jesus.
It was just constant. Like, I was literally like, I'd do like 2 exercises and be like, right, I need another piss.
I think the most I peed in a day on prep was like 26 times. It's just ridiculous.
Pure diuresis, bro.
Like, it got to 15. I was like, I'm going to start counting for the rest of the day now because it's just getting silly.
But yeah, I suppose you could argue, like, they're potentially recommending drinking more water from keeping that client satiated, but in terms of it's not going to have any impact on actual fat loss. Like it's not
No,
going to drive fat loss. Energy balance
no.
drives that. So
Unless you're having to walk 10 miles to get 1 litre.
then it might drive fat loss. Yeah, I would say drinking fluid drove my fat loss because I had to walk to the shop to get a Monster.
There we go.
Then with the Monster and the caffeine, elevate my heart rate.
Yeah.
There you go.
I used to make it a daily activity, but like, I
I know
had
you
water
did.
at home, like from a tap. But I used to walk 4,000 steps to go buy a bottle of water every single day.
Bottled water tastes so much better than tap water.
Yes. What's your go-to bottled water?
This is a Highland Spring, but I prefer Volvic.
Evian is mine.
Evian. Yeah, I don't
It's
know. I just
just
like the
smooth.
Volvic bottle.
It's just smooth.
Yeah, so I like a
Smooth water.
rectangular bottle, like the Volvic.
Yeah. What's the really bougie one? Voss.
Yeah. What's the
Voss water.
canned water? Is it like Death something?
Yeah, there's that one. I've actually got one in the fridge. I can't remember what it's called. I didn't buy it.
Yeah. Fancy.
Um,
That's even more fancy
yeah,
water.
it's only in a little can though. It's like a little Pepsi Max size can.
It's just full of water.
Yeah, I was like, what is the practical use of this? I don't know.
Oh dear. Um. Oh, Rosh, I am not asking that question, mate.
God.
Yeah, I'm not answering that. Asking that. I'll ask this one though. What is one thing judges look for that most people don't realise?
Judges look for consistency with imposing
Yeah, just
in
like
terms of
overall,
from start to finish.
yeah, confidence with the posing as well.
Yeah.
Like I would also say is what I've I've noticed this year a lot is actually just smiling. Like
Yeah.
just when you're hitting your poses, look like you want to be there. Like, which I know is hard, like
It is
especially
hard because you're
for
like,
first
especially if you walk
timers.
out for the first time, it's like, oh, fuck, I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I've got
Yep.
to pose. What's my poses?
Yeah, I've got to
Yeah.
bullshit my confidence here, but like so
Yeah.
many people just like stand there and just look like a robot, and it's
Yeah.
like look like you want to be there because I
Because at
think
the end of the day, it is a presentation show. Like you're there to present you as a whole.
yeah,
It's like
for
if
sure.
you look like you're hating every second of it, it's probably not going to do you any favors.
Yeah, I've even got to the point now where I'm asking clients to smile when they're checking shots. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to get used to posing and smiling. Um, yeah, another kind of analogy as I'd say as well is imagine if you were going up to talk to two people, one person was very upbeat, smiling, and the next person was just like emotionless, sounding like a robot. You're going to be more inclined to talk or look at the person who is
Yeah.
more
A
upbeat
bit
and
more
smiling.
animated.
So
Yeah.
it's just a kind of, I suppose that is, could you call that subconscious bias?
Yeah.
I
I mean,
suppose.
that is just body language, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like human nature to, I guess, be more friendly towards people who are friendly.
yeah,
If they're being hostile, which grunting and pulling a funny face, you'll be like, maybe subconsciously your brain will switch off from that a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I'd also say another thing that maybe people don't realize is just your transitions within your posing. You know, if you're always being judged when you're on stage, look at how you can show some of your stronger areas within your transitions.
Yeah. Because your
Uh,
transition is your chance to show other parts of your body as
yeah,
well. Like it's
outside of that pose.
yeah, it's not just show your abs and thigh. Like it's not just about that. It's like when you transition to a quarter turn, like show the side of your body essentially, and like show a slightly different pose. Especially with men's physique, you can kind of get away with just kind of throwing anything in between your transitions, which you don't really get opportunity to in men's physique. It's just they are as they are, and you can show a bit more flair, a bit more kind of personality with your poses. Same with any other, I suppose, especially in your eye walk, you can really, really go to town with it. But yeah, as much as your mandatories are important, still look to put a little bit of flair into some of your transitions. But
Yeah,
get the mandatories first, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to really get a good eye walk. It's like, no, you don't even know how to pose yet.
yeah, yeah. You should. I think as well. A lot of people obsess over their routines. Posing coaches, if they're listening to this, are probably going to throw a
Yeah,
dagger in my back. But they obsess over their eye walks and their routines when actually your comparison rounds are the most important part of your posing,
yeah,
right? So make sure you can hit all the basic shots and then focus on your posing routine. Now, I know with some federations, they do judge your routine if you're in a classic class. And some people love posing as well, and that's when they can really flourish. But I think you want to always focus on being able to hit the main poses first. To be fair, last year, if there's one thing I looked at my prep last year, I wish I looked into more, was actually improving my routine and actually doing different shots. I did wing it for my first show. I'll happily admit that. And then I was like, right, actually, I need to kind of maybe focus on doing a routine. But also, I don't know, because then I'd done a routine for the UKFBA and I completely messed it up. And then that pissed me off. So I don't know. People put a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, it's another thing to worry about. And if you're not confident on it, it's probably going to be more detrimental than it is good.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever heard of anyone winning a show because of their routine.
No, I think they do like routine rewards or something like that.
Yeah.
I think PCA do a routine reward. But yeah, I wouldn't like put loads of pressure on yourself to nail your routine. Like make sure you're nailing your actual poses where you're being judged against other people.
For sure.
What goes through your head whilst waiting backstage? Fuck, these guys are huge. How am I going to stand next to them?
Yeah. I had two different experiences. The first one was, what the fuck? These are way bigger than me. I remember when we went backstage, I still had my t-shirt on. I think I was the only guy that still had my t-shirt on. And he was like, keep it on. It was the first guy I saw at turn. I was like, oh my God, here we go. This guy's like 20 pounds heavier than me. I was like, I've got no chance. He was taller. I was like, oh man. And it for a brief second, it sent me sideways. Once I started pumping up, I was fine. It was a bit of a blur in the first show, but then you kind of just get talking to other people and it sort of relaxes you a little bit. And then my second show, I didn't really pay attention to anyone else around me. I was pretty locked in, pretty kind of like, no, I feel good, and just focusing on what people around you are telling you to do. So obviously, if your coach is there, just listen to them, and then when you get told to go out, just go out and do your thing. Like the second show for me, like I wouldn't say not nervous, but I was just very, very focused backstage of like, no, I know what I'm gonna do. Like, I know what I need to do. I've done it before now. I don't need to worry about what I'm about to walk out into because anything can happen, and it does. But yeah, it was just kind of that calm feeling of like, cool, I'm here now. Let's just go do it. So I think everyone's probably different. Like, probably some people are a bit hostile backstage, or really, really friendly, really, really chatty, like a bit bubbly, or maybe just a nervous wreck.
Yeah, it does. I mean, throughout my 3 seasons, obviously I've been backstage a few times, and also with clients as well. And you do notice some people are very hostile, maybe looking round. But I think majority of people are just nervous, which then maybe portrays them as being a little bit hostile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. When I was backstage, most of the time I was just thinking like, right, what's warm, like what feels pumped and stuff like that. Obviously listening to people around me. But yeah, I wasn't like, I'd look at people's physiques and be like, they look good. But I kind of remove the thought process of being like, they're going to beat me straight off the bat. Like I always kind of thought to myself, I knew where I stood, but I was like, all right, I can give him a run for his money here or here. Like I
Yeah.
know what I'm bringing. And I think just having that little bit of confidence will help you out when you are on stage as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember when you were pumping up. Did I ever like say to you like just look at me and stuff like that? Because I've done that quite a lot recently.
I mean, you did on the first show, yeah.
Yeah, it was like just look at me, don't look at anyone else. Because I know for your first time when you start looking around, I did exactly the same with Finn for the WNBF. I was like, just look. Literally, I was like, look at my badge on my chest and don't look at anyone else. And then I was like, just talk to me. And he completely like zoned away from everyone.
Yeah. Because
Which
it
does.
is a lot like you're about to step out on stage and be compared against everyone else that is in that room with you. You're gonna look around. It just
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, for sure.
But there's nothing you can do about it. There's also that to think about. Like you're there now. You've done as much as you can. You can pump up as much as you want and get the best pump in the world. It's not gonna make you win or not win. Like
Yeah,
you're there now. Like it will help. Obviously, you'll be able to contract better and feel your poses a little bit better. But at that point, everything's done. There's literally nothing you can do apart from just do the mandatories and present your best.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, as a coach now, when I'm backstage, I think I don't know, I try and have a little bit of a laugh with people, especially like if they are first timers or whatever. I'll have a little bit of a joke with them. Like
Yeah.
I won't be hostile with anyone. I remember, well, when we were at the WNBF last weekend, they put you in these. You might have done it. I can't remember, but they put you in these little rooms, like little kind of
Yeah. They've done it on the WNBF.
yeah. So they put
Like
you in like a
little showroom almost, like where people
yeah,
do makeup.
with
So
loads of dressing tables and
yeah,
stuff.
that's it.
Yeah, so we're in there, and there's like loads of them, and obviously they're all juniors and they're all first timers, just shitting a brick. And I think there was maybe like one other coach in there, and I was just like, me, David, and Finn were just having like a laugh with everyone, and I think that's just the nicest way to be. And also when the official walks in as well, like having a joke with him and just
Yeah.
kind of bringing down that, I don't know, the kind of hostile, or not even hostile, just the
Yeah.
nerves in that room.
Yeah, I think what we did on the second show as well, like we all walked in there and I called you in. I was like, oh, there's some coaches back here, so come down, sort of thing.
Yeah,
We was all in there. There wasn't really much being said, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait outside.
yeah.
There was no need for me to be in there at all. Like, it wouldn't have done me any favors. I was like, I'm just gonna remove myself. And we
Yeah,
just
I
waited
remember that
outside.
because I was told. I was told that coaches can go through
Yeah,
there.
and then I messaged you. I was like, "There's like three other coaches here.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was
get
like,
yourself
right,
down
sound, I'm
here
there.
now."
I'll find my way. That's when I got lost actually, because that was the
Yeah,
first time it was
I
in Luton.
watched the because David gave me some of the raw footage just of that bit, and I went through it, and he's just got the camera on and just recording of you like going through loads of doors. Like, is it
Yeah,
this way? Is it that way? I thought it was quite because obviously I didn't see that happen. That's from your perspective, so I thought it was quite cool. Like whilst I was in that room and me texting you, you're like, "Oh, is it this way? Is it that way?" It was quite funny.
yeah. I mean, because I think did I go there for? No, I think that was the first time they did it in Luton.
Yeah,
So I just couldn't find it. There's so many doors you have to go through,
yeah.
and I was like, where the fuck am I
It's
going?
just this
But now I
giant
literally know.
staircase and
Like,
corridors. Yeah,
yeah, I've had some awful experiences with that. I can't remember. Was it? It was UKFBA Southern when they used to do the Southern qualifier. I nearly walked on stage, which was which was a bit embarrassing.
oh,
I came across and it was like a couple of doors and it was the Camberley Theatre, and then like I could hear the show and I was like, oh, I must be close to it. So then I walked straight and I was like, oh shit, no, that's the back of the curtain.
walk
Like,
on, pull up most muscular with no tan.
yeah, literally, I was like,
Handcuffs.
thank God I missed that. Um, okay, final question. Death row meal.
Pizza.
All right, you got to do 3 courses, bro. It's a tough one. I think you don't like. I think can I have sushi as my starter?
You can have what you want, mate. I
Perfect.
might have pizza for my start.
You just have 3 pizzas.
Um, I don't know, just a really nice sourdough with some salt and butter.
Oh
That'd be
mate, I
my
tell you
start.
what. I had. We went to Miller and Carter on Saturday. We had the bread sharing board to start, and that was like sourdough with like salted butter. Oh my god, it was unbelievable.
I
It was
just
so
love
good.
bread.
Yeah, I just love bread.
Yeah, I'd
um,
have that, pizza, dessert, some sort of banoffee pie.
just all bread.
Yeah, just that really beige food. I'm dying, so what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd want it to be nice.
That's my idea of
Do you
nice.
think you'd regret it, like what you ordered?
I mean, if you're about to die, you probably think about it a bit more than we've just thought about it.
Yeah, I know, but if you're about to die and once you've eaten it, you probably go, oh fuck, that was my last meal. I probably should have got this instead.
Nah, I'm a bit too
No,
much of a realist. I'm like, well, it was shit. I'm gonna
it's
die
done.
anyway.
Done is done. I'd have sushi. Um, oh, a good Indian is good. A
Yeah,
good chicken jalfrezi with like a
good
peshwari
choice.
naan. That's
Yep,
pretty decent.
good choice.
But then to follow on a dessert after an Indian's hard.
Something to
Straight.
cool the palate, like a sorbet.
Fuck that. Just go with a tub of Ben and Jerry's. I'm
There we
about
go.
to die, bro. I'm about to go 5 tubs of Ben
Yeah,
and Jerry's.
12 Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, do that as well. Jesus. Right, should we wrap it up there?
I'm desperate for a meal. Talking of meals.
Cool. All right, people. Thank you for listening to episode 69 of the Natty Blueprint podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we will catch you in the next one. Cheers.